Hey guys, what's up? It's RagesSorrow here, and welcome to another boss vlog. I got a couple of things that I want to talk about with you guys, so let's go ahead and get straight into it. First thing I want to bring to your guys' attention is the new ports update. Now, with the ports update, we do have some new resources, new regions, new people, new trades goods, and stuff like that we can now get a hold of. The first thing I want to go over is the new adventurers we have now. They are the Architect, which requires 90 construction, the Chef, which requires 90 cooking, and the Trapper, which requires 90 hunter. So, with more adventures coming into your ports, the better chance you have to receive a mix of trade goods, which is really great. Now, the next thing that we want to go over is the new resources and regions. Next we have the Loop region, which is going to give you Azure, and the Shield region, which is going to give you Terracotta. Now, these are going to be used to improve your ship, as well as upgrade your port. Unfortunately, we can't get more than 4 ships. I think that would be a little bit too broken if we could. Now, next thing that I want to go over is very important. These are the new ports items. Now, the first item I'm going to go over is the Reef Walker's Cape. Now, it requires 90 crafting and 100 koi scales to make the superior version. It also requires 85 defense and 85 constitution to equip. Now, it has an armor rating of 207 and a life point bonus of 400. Now, the only downside to this cape is the crits for each combat style is only at 1.5. Now, this is still a really good item if you're going to be a tank, because it does have the best in-slot armor rating as well as life point bonus. So, I would definitely recommend picking this up regardless of that crit drop, because it's going to be really helpful in your bossing. Next thing up is the Leviathan Ring. Now, this also requires 90 crafting to make, and it requires 100 pearls for the superior version. This also requires 85 defense and 85 constitution. Now, this ring does have a unique ability to it, where it decreases incoming damage to 50% at a chance of 2% per each attack that is received. So that is with the non-superior version. The superior version, you have a 5% chance to reduce all incoming damage down to 50%. Now, it has an armor rating of 104, and your criticals are reduced to 2.4%. Now, given the fact that the Onyx Ring Eye only has a very low armor rating and a 2.7 to its criticals, that chance to actually reduce damage outclasses the Onyx Ring Eye. So I would definitely recommend getting those pearls and making this thing pronto, because this is going to be really helpful to you guys in the future if you can get a hold of it. Next up is the Death Lotus Darts. Now, they require 92 fletching, an ancient bone, and 100 ascension shards to make a set of 10. Now, they have an accuracy of 2,178, and they have a damage of 816. Now, despite the power drop that you have with just using the darts, they are going to be one of the fastest range weapons you have, since they are thrown. Not only that, that accuracy is really good, considering that it actually outclasses most chaotic weapons and even the Royal Crossbow. So I would definitely recommend picking these up and using them whenever you would fight a range boss, because it's going to be really helpful. Now, the next guy that's going to be showing up in the player-owned ports is the Trader. Now, he is going to be just south of the Lodgings building, and he will trade off random trade goods, for which you can trade random resources. Now, he will give you 10 trade goods for a certain number of resources. So let's say if he wanted 6,000 stainless steel for 10 plates, you could give him multiple sets of those 6,000 stainless steel, and you would get 10 plates for each one that you trade in. So, really good updates there. Now, the unfortunate problem is, unfortunately, you won't be able to trade Azure as well as the Terracotta from the Trader. You know, that's just a Jagex thing. They don't want people getting to the port upgrades too fast. They actually want you to enjoy the content, which I think that's a really good idea. So, no negativity from me there. Now that all the port stuff is out of the way, there are 2 things that I want to go over here. These are 2 new abilities that are in the second world event. Now, They are Devotion and Sacrifice. Now, Sacrifice is one of the first abilities that you were able to unlock from this. Now, what Sacrifice does is it heals 20% of the damage that you deal to your opponent, and it does a 100% weapon damage. So if you hit a 2000, you'll heal 20% of that, which is great. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is a basic ability, so it's not going to be that strong, but it is going to be very helpful to you in bossing. Now, if you kill your target with your hit, so let's say you hit that 2000 and it kills your target, you'll heal the full 2000. So that's what actually tips it over for me. That's what makes it a really good ability. Now, the next ability that I really want to praise, and you can actually see me using it in the ability here as my Z keybind, and that is Devotion. Now, what Devotion does is it makes your protection prayers 100% effective for 20 seconds. Now, if you kill something during that time, it will add 5 more seconds to that. So, if you're in an area where you're going to be taking lots of damage from a specific combat style, and you want to reduce that even more, then you can go ahead and use Devotion. Now, if you're killing multiple things like doing Slayer, you won't ever have to bring food because you're constantly going to be killing these creatures and regenerating that Devotion back to the 20 seconds. So, great ability. I really like this for bossing, and whenever I start doing my updated boss guides, I will include this in my ability bar because it is a great ability to use. Now, for all of you that go out nexing, here's some information that you're going to want to have. You can now start up your own private instance next fights for you and your friends, that way nobody can crash you, and this is similar to the way that you could do with the other God Wars dungeon bosses. Now, I know a lot of people that have done Nex are, actually happy that this is being added in, because it was really annoying to go to Nex and, have your friends kind of crash you, which it really sucks. Now, in addition to that, Nex will now enter a Deflect Magic stance instead of Deflect Ranged on every other fight. So, just keep in mind, if you are using Magic or anything like that, then be prepared for there to be that Deflect Magic stage rather than the Deflect Range stage. So just keep that in mind. In addition to that, Nex's wings will now recolor to green while she's deflecting ranged, blue when deflecting mage, and red-orange when deflecting melee. So instead of them putting the prayer above her head, she's just going to recolor her wings. So really pay attention to this if you're an avid Nexer. Next up is the Virtus Wand and Book. They are now going to degrade similar to other tiered items such as the Royal Crossbow and everything like that. Now, there is another thing that I would like to bring up. The Royal Crossbow no longer recharges by the Forging Fire attack, but can now be recharged by 25% by using a Royal Crossbow component on the crossbow itself. So, it's kind of annoying on that fact, because I did like the fact that you could recharge it completely by that, but Jagex wanted to change it, so just let it be. There's not really much that you can do about that. But guys, I hope you did enjoy this video, and I really hope that you guys will go and check out the ports. It is a great update, and I recommend everybody to try it out. But, as always guys, my name is RagesSorrow. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then feel to click that like button. If you're new around here and you want to see more videos from me, then feel free to subscribe. Also, remember to enter the 25 Days of Bossing giveaway. That will be in a link in the description. Remember guys, you do have to like and comment on the video to be entered. If I do get too many entries where they haven't completed that, I will start deleting them. But, other than that guys, I've been RagesSorrow, and peace.